Hey, what's up, guys? I'm out here getting unloaded. It's a nice sunny day, fresh breeze. What I wanted to talk about today is how the US seems to be in a long, it's been a long time where they're just having an extraction of value. And what I mean by that is that it seems like all the resources in the USA are just meant to leave. That's what extraction of value is. Like, you think of it, companies move uh, jobs overseas, so they're paying people in other countries to produce goods, and they sell it to us, and we buy it, and then they turn around and pay people in another country to produce it, and they sell it to us. So our money's leaving the USA. It's not being like reinvested. And that's just one example. What about traveling's a huge one. Think of like how everyone's goal is to travel. Your goal's to travel. That's what everyone tells you. If you're a guy like me and you've been on dating apps, it's almost comical how every girl that you run into, her profile is gonna say that their dream is to travel. It's like we've all been brainwashed to travel. And what is traveling? You're taking money that you earned in the US and you're going to another country and spending it over there. Extraction of value. Whether you're going to Brazil, Mexico, Japan, any country in Europe, you're creating something here and then, spending your money over there. That's extraction of value. It's the same thing. It's a different form, but it's still extraction of value. And isn't that crazy how we're so brainwashed to want to travel? I find that I find that pretty odd. I wonder if people in other countries are so obsessed with traveling. Maybe if there's some guys out in listening to this video that are not from the USA, hey, can you chime in and tell me if people in other countries are obsessed with traveling like the US is? Cause I'm telling you, and on a dating app, if you read these girls' bios, almost all of them, I would say 9 out of 10, have traveling as one of their goals. So they all have traveling as their goals. The ones who actually have money, whether it's their parents or OnlyFans, they spend their money traveling. So it's so crazy how brainwashed we are for traveling, and it's a pure extraction of value for the USA. Another big one is immigrants who come into the USA. And I'm in California. I'm not really talking about the usual immigrants that we have here, which is mainly Mexicans from Mexico. I'm talking more about like I'm talking well, not more about, but there's other immigrants too. There's people from India, China, other countries, and they all do extraction of value too. They come in here, they earn US wages, and they send a lot of their money to other countries, which is their family who lives in other countries. I know from a personal example, a guy who lives in who's from Guatemala. He works over here, earns a good US wage, and sends almost like 70% of his monthly income to his wife and daughter over in Guatemala. He's the only one over here, and he's been doing this for 10 plus years. He's not in he's not really, he calls the woman his wife, but he's not really with her anymore. But he still, it's a habit that he's gotten into and he still does it. So that's extraction of value. That's one example. But there's tons of those guys, you know? All the guys who come over and are doing trucking and getting big money, they're sending a lot of that money back to another country. So my question as a thought experiment is why is the US geared towards just extraction of value? Also, it just came to me another point that I wanted to say, but it sounded like I was gonna skip over it, is how the US is so easy to send money to other countries. I just mentioned all the extraction of value that regular people do, and one example of a company, but what about the government? Aren't we always so easy to send money to other countries? How many tens of billions did we not send to Ukraine? How many tens of billions did we not send to European countries who are out there fighting the war against Russia? How much money have we not sent to Israel right now? And other countries helping us with the war in Iran. It's just crazy how like it's almost like we're just getting sucked dry. You think the way the economy is because of that? It must play some kind of role in it, right? But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was just thinking of how like the extraction of value in the US is pretty insane right now. And it's been going on for a while. And it's probably gonna continue. Alright guys. See you on the next one.